Faster on the beat, let's get it.
Alright, it's your boy Brainless back at the game, guys. We here grinding, we're still sick, but we're grinding, we're trying to get that content for you guys every day, or almost every day. Hopefully I get better for the next Wednesday, Geeks Locals. Um, um, so here, guys, this is round 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm playing against one of another locals homies. He's playing Bonney. I was surprised. He's playing different leaders lately, and that's good to see. I used to be a yellow whore, if you guys know me, being here since day one. So I think playing different leaders, it's just fun, guys. It's just super fun. It's just fun. It is what it is. It's just fun. So against Bonney, my strategy Shanks. So my list, I'm playing the building snake. I think that card is really good because he allows you to, with a Riley and Bebekman, with building snake and Bebekman or Riley, you can kill 9 Sorrow, and things like that. So in the match, I also want to see Lucky Rube because Lucky Rube is really good because if they play the Cavendish and they attack me, they're essentially losing the Cavendish. Sometimes they can be smart and not, like right now, I wouldn't have attack and then maybe play out the 2K that protects the board. But sometimes they're not going to see it, and that's really good for you. And if they play the slow game, that's also good for you. They give you time to see your pieces and to grind the game. I think if you play the match really well, I think Shanks has a good matchup. But it could be rough too. If they see everything, it could be really, really rough. It's just all about who can manage the resource better, because sometimes you're forced to attack their board, and if they have the pop Shanks, they can start killing your board for free, kind of, and it could be really, really scary. So here he was smart. He didn't attack, so I was super smart of him. Here I'm debating what to do because he was smart. He was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give you the free pop, and I'm here like, what should I do now? Because that Cavendish is gonna give him a lot of value, but he needs to attack with the Cavendish eventually. The reason I'm attacking here is because I believe he's going to 7 dons, right? I believe he's going to 7 dons, so he can play Hody Jones. Yeah, so he can play Hody Jones, right? And so my blocker just die. So you also gotta, like, of course you can play around your opponent cards, but you gotta be efficient with your plays. And you're gonna see me, I'll be taking, like, it's just fundamentals. Like, I'm essentially give you a free Hody or a free search next turn because of the Cavendish. So, like, let me clear the searcher, and if you're gonna rest at my board with Hody, it is what it is. If you got it, you got it. But he's playing blockers. That's good for me. I give him an opening to attack me, and don't pay for it because my Lukiru is rested. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world for me. I don't mind taking hits early, and he's giving me card advantage and giving me all more answers, hopefully for the late game. And then I'm going to, I think here is good to defend. Because you don't want to go too low just in case he has Hody you, because if he goes then back to back Hody, he can put you in a position where, like, you're too low in life and you don't get to the late game. So I think here he's going 7 alive, but I'm a 6K leader, so thank God sometimes you can forget. So elite ability and 1K. So here, guys, this is good for him because he plays the Rocinante. But the good thing about Riley is that I can pop the Rocinante, and I have 2 Rileys, so I don't mind using a Riley just to kill the Cavendish. The Cavendish just give him so much value through the game. So I play Riley, Alright, let's see what I do here. You know, like if he has the pop Shanks, if he has the 10 drops, if he have everything, has everything. You gotta play around your opponent's cards, but at the same time you gotta be efficient with your plays, and that means sometimes you gotta take risk. So yes, I -3, -2, pop the blocker because that blocker can give him a lot of resources. He's gonna use his ability. I'm going 6 to 3, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, guys, 6 to 3, and then if he rests one of my block, yeah, he rests that. I'm going 5 to 3, so I'm asking for a lot of cards. And worst case scenario, like you give me a lot of cards, you know, like I can lose the game, but at this moment, I'm asking you, yeah, for cards. And then I'm going to go 5 alive and see what you do. Okay, you take it. So in this turn, I was able to kill the Cavendish. I was able to kill the blocker that give you active done every turn in the end phase. So, and now I have the board control. I have a Lucky Rube, I have a Jasop, and I have a Riley on board already. So, so far it's looking really good for me. And like I say, it's good to be smart, to play around your opponent, cards, but at the same time you gotta be efficient with your plays, and you gotta move the game, stay forward. If you can afford to maybe starve a little bit more, be more patient, you can do it. It's not bad to do, but at the same time, like I say, you gotta move the game forward. And he has the Cavendish. I need to answer that Cavendish. If I get too scared of killing the Cavendish because he's gonna rest my board, I might just lose the game because of that. So right now he's just searching another Cavendish. I'm like, okay, but at the same time, that's not the worst for me because he's playing small bodies, and it's easy for me to remove small bodies than to remove high-end bodies if I don't have the building snake. And we still sick, but here we grinding for you guys. Always trying my best to walk you through the match, share my thought process, so we can all learn together. And I'm always reading the comments. Let me know what's your approach. Are you playing Shank in this meta? I have some mixed feelings through the community, you know, and like, but I think Shanks is just a leader that has a good generic effect, and you have access to good cards. It's just a matter of seeing your cards, you know. It's just a matter of seeing your cards consistently, and also how do you pilot your deck and your tech choices. And I'm always making changes. If I don't go undefeated, I'm always trying to make changes. Of course, if I'm doing consistently well. So here I took the 7. I drew another Riley, and that's really good for me. Topping that backbank is not bad for me either. And I think that's the best play because you want to save your Rileys for when they play the high end, because I have a building snake already. But I can always play another Riley, pop the board, and then go from there too. Like, it's not the end of the world, you know, because I have another one. So here I'm debating what to do. Like I say, the game is far from over. He's healthy. And like I say, he's like 1 or 2 chunks away from taking control back of the game. That's why Bonney is super scary. But like I was saying, like I'm, with the like if I don't go on defeat, I'm always making 1 or 2 changes, trying to improve the list. How can I make it better against the meta decks? And can I play less bricks to make it better? Because I've been losing to a few meta decks, and it's because I needed 1 more turn. So I'm working on that to make it more consistent. Like, I don't think in this tournament I was playing the 0 cost event. I think I'm back to 1 again. And we are that. Like I say, it's supposed to be hard. Like, you're playing Shanks, where you have so many decks, and like every set, like every. So it's like there's a thin line where like every set everything gets better, but maybe a few things get a little bit worse. But it depends the meta, and it depends your approach towards the game. So maybe here there was a mistake. I should have swum with the Riley first, but I'm going to a 1k character, so that's why I didn't care. So here I'm debating what to do. And you see, guys, I've been attacking with that blocker the whole game, or he's getting rested the whole game, and I don't care. Because you need to understand, if they play Holy Jones, you literally got no value from that blocker. At least you swing with it. You ask for a card. So let's see what I'm gonna do. So here, I think I decided to play the Riley because he's a brick in my hand, and just because I had another Riley, that's why I'm gonna stick to that. That's why I didn't play the Beckman, because I don't think I have all the counter in the world. Let me see, chat. Let's see. Yeah, I only have a 2K and a 1K and a Radical Beam. So I don't have like all the counting in the world. He can just poke I'm alive and just kill me. You know, but he doesn't know that. And I have a crazy board. So it's good for me, you know. So I decided to keep the 1K in my hand. That's why I played another Riley. And also the Riley's at 8K without down commitment. And but yeah, I like okay, so here he plays the 9 Sorrow. So that's super scary, but that's why you don't get greedy. The good thing about Building Snake, I can kill it with that right now. With Building Snake. That's why with Beckham and Building Snake. That's why that's why I'm a big believer of Building Snake. Because if I don't kill that Sorrow right now, the game could be over for me. Literally. But I'm putting pressure. And that's one of the best ways you can penalize a player when they play a high-end character. If you have a whiteboard, you go a lot of aggro. Because you're asking for a lot of cars. You know, and he has a decent car advantage still. Because he's been searching a lot through the game. But then I'm going 6 again? Yes. Yeah, I just want 2Ks. I think 6 are better than 7s and 5. Because if you got a lot of 6s, you're asking for 2Ks. I'm here counting my dons, making sure I don't misplay. So I'm going 6 again. You know, okay. Another 2K. Play Building Snake. Building Snake get fed. Minus 3,000 your Sorrow. It's a 6K. Minus 3, minus 2. Pop the Sorrow. And then I pass to you. And that's it. Like, if you place another Sorrow now, it might be really bad for me. But I have a nasty board. I'm attacking so big to your life. I'm putting a lot of pressure. And last turn, I was able to take a lot of cards from your hand. And the reason I attacked first without playing the without giving the information I was gonna kill the Sorrow is because what about if he gets greedy and he takes a lot of hits? Maybe he can still survive 2 more turns. Bonney's Bonney, but the less information you give to your opponent is the better. Fundamental. Speaking in the fundamental aspect in the game. And yeah, but you know, I'll be getting a few 2Ks. That's good for me. And I think I saw a YouTuber and few people that I seen some lists that they don't play the Rileys. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the pilot, the preference, and the meta. But I think Building Snake and Riley's a really good combination. It can help you clear board. It's not about always KOing. It's like, okay, now your character that's a 7K is a 4K. Let me go 6 to 4, you know, and things like that. And that can matter in the long game. But I'm seeing that, I think it's a YouTuber. I forgot I think it's Draco. Shout out to you, man. I'm sorry if I'm killing your name. I'm bad with names. He does a lot of matches. He pulls a lot of matches, and I found him recently. I'm a student of the game. I'm always looking for different YouTubers to learn, to take from them. I'm an open book. I'm always want to learn, and I'm always grinding. So here he plays his first Hody Jones, and that's really good for me because I'm healthy, kind of, right? I have the board state, and like right now a Hody doesn't necessarily kill me. And you know, if you ignore my board, I'm putting a lot of pressure. I was able to draw a few 2Ks until now, so it's not the end of the world. But let's see what he does. He made a video, like a mini guy, and he was talking about, like he plays Shanks like to build a wall. So here, you know, he swim with leader, I defended, and then I took the kata. I'm not gonna give you my whole hand. I just want to have a big hand, so when you go for game. And let's see what so that new blocker, you draw 1, trash 1. That's really good for Bonney. I think Bonney needs more cards like that. They need cards that have good and drawing another 2K here is amazing. So Bonney needs cards like that when you filter your hand, and also Shanks. Decks that have a lot of breaks, they need ways to filter the hand to or make the deck more consistent, because that's why these decks struggle, guys. So I'm going A. He do lead ability. This deck's okay. There you go. Now have 4 attacks and he has 2 blockers. So let's see what happens. So I was gonna say chat, guys, chat, whatever. That's why these leaders sometimes struggle. It's not that they're bad. It's not that they don't have access to good cards. It's just the consistency. That's why pro players, they pick the decks that are more consistent, or sometimes the deck that has a good meta call, like a good anti-meta call, like Belovetti, Smokers, things like that. So that's why you don't see those decks performing a high level consistently. I think first, that's one of the main reasons. Also, people are being like lazy in the sense where like you can figure out a Shanks list in this meta to compete. It's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be challenging because it's not as consistent as the other leaders, and it takes a grind. And pro players, they want to be efficient. There's some players out there that they just want to win because they want to maximize their time, and I don't blame them. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like that too, where I want to maximize my time, but I'm willing to go through those phases. So here I attack with the Yasub, and then I replace it with Dragon, and I keep my blocker active. Let me tell you why. I'm doing these plays. So you saw me. I went A. He freezes. Went A again. Swing with Yasub. Play Dragon. Replace the Yasub with Dragon. Why? Because now we're getting into the late game. He can play another Hody Jones, and he can rest 2 things. He can rest my 2 Dons or my blocker and 1 Don. But I'm still gonna have 1 Don open for Radical Beam, and I have a lot of 2Ks, so I can math him out. And that's the reason why I didn't swing with the blocker last turn. And that's the reason that I keep a blocker up and 2 Dons. And you see, it's all about being efficient. Through the game, I play the Looker Roop and either can rest it or attack with it. So I got a lot of value through the whole game. And because he couldn't remove that Looker Roop, or he didn't respect it, or then he never killed it because I was going to kill something value for him, I was able to, in the late game, it could be my saver. So it's all about being efficient, guys. Being efficient with your plays. Now, what was the value from me attacking with a Looker in the late game? Nothing. Now he can play another Hody, rest my 2 Dons, and maybe math me out. I still have a lot of counter, but that's why I'm saying like it's about playing efficiently. It doesn't mean you can always always making the right decision, but I think in that situation, this game is a good example of being efficient with your plays. In here, I drew another 1-cost event that's really good for me. You know, in here is going all in. Here I'm gonna block pop, and here I mean it's just it's too left for him. Yes, he had me at 1 life. I can just attack vase with everything and keep like 5 Dons open, and I'm pretty sure I'm math him out because I have 2 1-cost event and I have 2Ks, and I'm just going vase and he just cooping. Yeah, GG's. I don't have enough counter. I just saw everything that I needed. He had like a slow game where like he only played at 1 Sorrow. He didn't play Kid. He didn't play Pop Shanks, and that gave me the time to like I had the whole momentum. I took the momentum early game, and then he can never took it back. But Bonney's a really scary matchup. But if you're playing Shanks in this meta and you're facing Bonney, I think this is a good sample how to pilot the deck and how to play against the deck. But like I said, every game is gonna be different. And I got lucky. He didn't see all the crazy high end. But guys, always approach the game in a fun way, and always try to be efficient with your plays. But guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share. It really helps us in the algorithm. And if you have free time, go check out our description of the video where we have our Discord link, our TCG link, and just other ways you can support us. But guys, thank you so much. I love you guys. Hey, we're sick, but we're here. So take care. GG's. I love it. See you until the next one.